Welcome in everyone. Welcome. Hello, my loves. It is so great to see you all here live up in my kitchen. We are vibing out today. Hey, what you say? We are vibing out today. Hey, what you say? We are vibing out today. Hey, what you say? We are vibing out today. We are going to be making a plant-based breakfast scramble. Vegan scramble, I'll show you an example. I'm going to show you a perfect example of this vegan scramble, and it's something that you can eat all day. You can season it however you like, but this is something that I did not expect to enjoy, but we gonna get into it. Hey, woo! Vegan breakfast scramble. I'll give you a good example. Vegan tofu breakfast scramble. Follow me, I'll give you an example. I'm gonna give you a fabulous recipe, so follow along. If you got the ingredients, cook with your girl. First things first, I'm gonna get myself a bite of this goodness. Get my bread too. There she go. Here we go. I'm gonna get this up. This is tofu, and you can use any kind of tofu: chickpea tofu, soy tofu, black bean tofu. It don't matter. Fruit too. Vegan breakfast, give you an example. With some fruit and bread, and a little scramble. Vegan breakfast, and I'll show you an example. Vegan breakfast, with a little tofu scramble. And I'll get into this example. We scramble to handle. Get into this breakfast example. Oh, y'all, we gonna have some fun. All right. Let me bring it out for y'all. So everything's gonna go into a pan. Very simple recipe, y'all. Basically, we're gonna saute all of the vegetables, the onion, the bell peppers, which y'all look at this. Look at all this vibrancy. We got onion, we got bell peppers, I got some salsa on the side, some freshness too, and of course, our tofu. How about you? Look at that. Block of extra firm tofu. What I found is the best way to press this quickly is cut out a hole in the package at the very top, and then take it over to a sink, flip it so that hole is pointing downwards, and give it a press. You can kind of punch it a little bit, and it gets out some of the water pretty quickly. So that's the way I found is the easiest. Now, I'm just now exploring tofu. If you know anything about me, you know I'm not really a huge fan of tofu, but I am down to try it out, especially since it has a lot of protein in it. And my good friend Tori Washington, bless his spirit and his beautiful soul, he got me into tofu, so now that's what we're doing today. So first, I just sprayed a little bit of oil, or you can use vegetable broth. And now we're gonna season down our white onions. I always like to do the onions first because they kind of take a little bit of some time. So saute this baby down, y'all. You know how it is. Cook the onions down. Cook the onions down. Cook the onions down, and you will have your recipe. Cook these onions down, and we're gonna get this going and glowing. Everything delicious that is plant-based can start with either some oil and some onions, or vegetable broth and garlic. You know, switch it up. It's a delicious way to start a delicious, decadent dish. Let's get that in there. And I like to season everything as I go, salt and pepper to taste. This right here is black salt, or Indian salt, Indian black salt, or kala namak is another name for it. And it actually has sulfur in it, so I like to put this in my breakfasty meals, anything that I want to have that kind of eggy taste. This is perfect. It adds to that full flavor. Excuse me, honestly, if you're plant-based and you do not have some black salt, You got to, like, especially if you really enjoy breakfasty meals, it's a perfect way to add in a bunch of flavor, but it doesn't heavy down your recipe. It doesn't make it heavy. But yes, okay, somebody said, I bought it for the first time. Don't forget to thank them. Oh, did you buy the black salt? A lot of people have told me they bought black salt after we chit-chatted or they saw one of my videos about it. And listen, once you go black, you don't go back. For real when it comes to salt though, like not even a joke. Not even a joke, but kind of a joke at the same time. So yeah, this is something that's really good with, like I said, some fresh bread. I like some tortilla chips. Put this into a taco or just eat it by itself, honestly. It's really good for meal prep. In fact, this batch that I made, that I had at the very beginning of the video, that I made, let's see, I don't remember how long ago, maybe like 2 or 3 days ago, and it holds up pretty well, very fresh. You can heat it back up in a pan or in the microwave. Now let's add in some fresh bell peppers. Bell peppers going in. Bell peppers going in. Bell peppers going in. Hey, hey, there's a breeze to win. Bell peppers going in. Hey, hey, there's recipes to win. Bell peppers. I love to add bell peppers and onions into so many of my dishes. And if you're Caribbean or Latin, you know something about some bell peppers. You know something about peppers in general. Honestly, I feel like every single culture has some kind of dish that revolves around bell peppers or their specific pepper that grows in their region. So I celebrate the pepper today and every day. Oh yeah, and if you can tell, I definitely changed my hair. I'm just gonna completely ignore the fact. This is my favorite way to style it as of right now because it doesn't put too much weight on the top of my head. It's kind of heavier than I expected. But yeah, just a little headband, a little color, a little flavor. And then, you know, a little back. You know, she's cute. And I like to dance with it. That's my favorite part of it, doing this. But working out with it is it's a challenge, and sleeping with it has been a challenge as well. So we're learning. The main reason I did it was because I wanted to grow my hair out, honestly. So yes, and y'all feel free to ask whatever questions you want. I will answer them as best to my knowledge as available. All right, this is going. She is looking fierce, and she's on the highest heat, which is great because we want this to cook on down pretty quickly. All right, cool. I'm actually going to grab a little bit of pepper too so I can season it up with pepper. And this is something I like to make whenever I'm done working out, because lately I've been trying to like work out in the mornings. You know, something simple, like less than an hour of working out, but I sweat a lot. And I always like to eat something, and by the time I'm done showering and everything, it's about noon, which is typically when I like to start eating. And this is something that really doesn't take that long. It takes less than 20 minutes. You can make it in a big batch and then, you know, wrap it up in some tortillas or whatever. Figure it out. Put it over some rice, whatever works for you. I like to add a carb in there because it just bulks it up and makes it, I don't know, y'all, I just love carbs. Raise your hand if you love carbs. Bread, chips, potatoes. Oh, this with some potatoes, with some tater tots. Ooh, that would be fabulous and delicious. So yeah, we're just gonna cook this down. And then the other thing I wanna add in here is some fresh green onion, because I just love the flavor of fresh green onion, especially in any kind of like breakfast dish. I think yet again, let's go back to our Caribbean roots, honey. Let's figure it out, because there's a reason why I like all of these flavors together. In fact, I have a little bit of some sofrito that I made like 3 or 4 days ago. I always like to keep some kind of herby mixture, whether it be sofrito or jerk or epis, as the pepper jumps into my throat. Thank you very much. Awesome. So we're just gonna let this cook down until it is sauteed and soft. I don't wanna add in my tofu until this is pretty soft, because it's not that tasty that way. So I'm gonna put it on my big girl burner in the back. Ooh, big girl burner in the back. Yeah, big girl burner in the back. Ooh, 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 ooh. Big girl burner in the back. Big girl burner in the back. Ooh, 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 ooh. My big girl burner is my actual kitchen stovetop. This one does not take that much heat. It doesn't get hot quickly enough for me to do all the cooking and for us to keep going, keep flowing, and keep growing with the day. So, yes, my loves, yes. Okay, so let's see what kind of questions you have. Let me put this out the way. Let's see. What is the best way to gain weight with vegan diet? I am a powerlifter. Oh, tofu is actually a really great way to consume a lot of protein. I believe my friend Tori, he said also seitan. Let's see if I have some. There's this awesome product. Oh, this right here is a really good source of protein. Just eat a lot of protein. That's the main way to do it. As much protein as you would eat if you were not eating plant-based. So if you're like, your whole plate, let's say it's veggies, you got a little carb, and you got some, you know, animal flesh, right? Well, take out the animal flesh, and instead I would put in some fierce mushrooms as well as something like this, which is a pea protein, or tofu, something like what I'm making now. You can air fry some tofu, seitan, daring. I don't know if you've ever tried daring chicken. There's a bunch of different ways. One of my favorite things too is lentils. I love lentils for protein. So yeah, just make sure you get your protein in. I would get protein in at least breakfast and dinner for sure, a decent amount. Either the tofu, the seitan, or the lentils, all those things I mentioned. Those chickpeas are good too. Let's see, what else we say? What else we got? What else we got? You're beautiful. Beauty recognizes beauty, my love. So I'm gonna put it back on you and say, hello, my beautiful. Hello, I see you. Yes. Thanks a lot. Yes, of course, my love, of course. Okay, I saw something at the beginning, so I'm gonna scroll back and we're gonna see what someone said. Oh, let's see. Maybe there's black salt maybe on Amazon. Yeah, I would either go to like an Indian grocery store in your neighborhood or like an Asian grocery store in your neighborhood, or I would definitely go to online somewhere. There's so many different places. Just type in Kala Namak, which starts with a K, which I can't put with my hands, but it starts with a K. And then Namak starts with an N. And then, or type in Indian black salt, or even just black salt, sulfur, you know, things like that. And yeah, it should come up pretty quickly, y'all. Ooh, I hear it sizzling. Let's see how she doing. Ooh, she cooking down. Look at my peppers. She looking cute. Yes, my big girl burner, she know what she doing. She take care of business. She don't play games with it. All right, beautiful. There she goes. Now, in fact, I'm gonna have another bite of my already made breakfast right here because I have not eaten today, y'all. And I also added on a little bit of some everything bagel seasoning. Hey, Gabrielle, I'm glad I got to catch you live. Here to support. What are you making today? Oh, hello, welcome. We out here in these streets. I'm making a tofu scramble, which is, you guys know I never cook with tofu, but this is the wave right here. So yeah, I'm making this delicious breakfast tofu scramble. It's over with some spinach, some bread, some fruit. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. Let's go all the way to the end. The Almighty say, picking it not killing to, what? I don't know what that comment meant. Sometimes I read comments and I'm like, I don't understand. I'm kind of confused, but that's okay. Sometimes that's just part of being alive and going live. Hello. Ooh, look at that sizzle sing, my loves. I saw another comment. Let's see. Who? Oh, I guess this person doesn't want to eat bread. That looks like they don't eat bread. That's okay. You don't got to circle with bread. Don't eat the bread then. You don't got to eat bread. I love bread. I ate like a whole loaf of this baguette yesterday, and I said, and what? I have one with peanut butter and jelly, add some plant-based butter, some plant-based cream cheese. I went in, y'all. Your girl, Gabrielle, going in. All right, so now I'm gonna add in a little bit more of my seasonings and spices. I kind of want to get this going and make sure she is flavorful and fun. So that was the black salt I just added in. And in here I have nutritional yeast, some poultry seasoning, and smoked paprika. And I'm just gonna add in a decent little handful of that to season up my vegetables. And then we're gonna add the tofu in and make sure that gets seasoned as well. Because with tofu, you got to season it. Okay, look at my face. I'm gonna say it again. You got to season your tofu. For real, for real. Not a joke. All right, beautiful. Let's let this cook on up. Cook on up. I don't know if you've ever cooked with nutritional yeast, but I really like the flavor. It's cheesy. It's got a little B12 in there too. Hello. Oh, let's get some fruit. Vegan food is amazing, right? You can transform anything into everything. I feel like with plant-based food, you have more versatility because you give yourself more places to explore. Love bread. I love bread. 2-grain vegan, only bread. 2-grain vegan, AC, it's like a grained Ezekiel bread. I don't know if y'all have ever tried that. I typically eat like gluten-free bread. That's what I go for. Oh. Okay, let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite fruit of all time, or what is your favorite breakfast of all time? You can let me know both, because I love fruit. And sometimes fruit is breakfast and breakfast is fruit. She said, raise your hand. Yes, raise your hand if you can. Wow. Blueberries, raspberries, mango. Someone said mango. Someone said their favorite breakfast is strawberry and pineapple. Ooh, I love that. Cantaloupe, wow. I don't hear that a lot. I don't hear a lot of people saying they love cantaloupe. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you for mentioning nutritional, yes, because, nutritional yeast, because I bought some and I was just wondering how to use it. Oh, I put it in everything, any kind of flour batter, any kind of like soup. I've been throwing nutritional yeast in there all the time. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so our peppers are cooked down as well as our onion. Now I'm gonna add in a little bit of some tofu, AKA a whole block of tofu in here. And I'm gonna show y'all exactly how I do it. So right here, I've got my tofu pressed and strained. Hello, Firebird. There's still a little bit of liquid in there, but honestly, it's okay. I like to cook it on one side for a few seconds, just to get a little brown. And then y'all see my masher right here? We're gonna get into that. And then, I'm gonna season this before I even smash. Season, smash. Just turmeric. I don't like too much turmeric, honestly. I'm not a huge fan. And then some black salt. And you're good. Can you imagine if I left it like that? That'd be not too delicious. All right. Here we go. Ooh. Black salt. And well, the great thing about black salt, it doesn't taste too salty. It has more flavor than like a saltiness. Now, you can do this with a fork. You can do this with a spatula. The easiest way I've found is doing it with a masher like this. Just like that. And you're gonna start to mix it in to all of those other vegetables as well. Now, as you can see, it kind of has like a slight yellow coloring to it. So there we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. Give it a man. Scramble. Give it a man. Scramble. Give it a man. Scramble. Hey, give it a man. Boom, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna let this cook on my other burner, and we're gonna add in all of our other seasonings, my loves. All right, let me plug this back in so that's nice and hot when we cook up all of our other ingredients that we got. All right, ooh. Just egg omelet is my favorite. Guess what's coming up next? I'm gonna add in some just egg into there, y'all, because I like how the just egg binds it together. You don't have to add it in there, but I really, really suggest it if you like that nice eggy texture. Wow. I never would have thought to cook tofu like this. Ooh. Really? This is like one of the main ways to cook tofu. What's being made? Tofu breakfast scramble. Love the way you cook and sing. Needed this today. Well, I needed this too, so thank you for even joining me on this adventure called life, y'all. You love mangoes? Me too. I always wanted to try tofu, and that was a great way to start. Exactly, that's why I'm gonna show you the example, y'all. Like an alternative to egg, right? Yes, exactly. This is like the, I would say this is like the go-to egg replacement when it comes to most vegans across the world. This is what they would eat instead of some egg. They would eat this tofu. Or I would say chickpeas too. Chickpeas is a pretty good replacement for me that I enjoy. Look at that. Look at her, she's cute. All right, let's add in some other seasoning. So I already added in some turmeric right here. I'm also gonna add in some more of that nutritional yeast, smoked paprika, and some poultry seasoning. I like a lot of nutritional yeast, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. And now let's mix this together. Get it all cooked up and cute and fabulous. And I like to cook it until it's nice and browned on the bottom. That's the best way to do it, because then most of the liquid is out of it. It's already absorbed or evaporated actually into the air. And there we go. So I like to just kind of split it out so that it gets nice and crispy on the bottom. Y'all see how I'm doing it like that? Almost like it's a frittata, but it's not. You could technically make this into a frittata using this to bind it all together as well. All right, y'all see that? I'm gonna cook it a little bit more. Ooh. Oh, I love your outfit. Thank you. This is literally pajamas I'm wearing right now. Well, the top is not so much pajamas, but the bottom are definitely pajama pants. And I was like, you know what? This is what I'm doing today. This is what I got. So that's what we doing. So much flavor in there. I think this top I got at like some mall back in when I first met Ace. I got this. These I got at a thrift store back in college. And they're actually, they can be like high, super high up pants, or they can be super low. They're kind of like hammer pants. I like them because they're just comfy. And you know, when you make breakfast, you want to be comfy, you want to be able to move, you want to be able to just groove. You're just waking up, maybe, or you're just having a nice little chill, treat yourself day. So that's what I felt. That was the vibe. That was the inspo. And you know how girls always show their shoes? These are my shoes. AKA my working shoes, my walking in the house shoes. Yes, 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 yes. Put off your jeans. I don't really actually wear jeans much. Oh, somebody wanted to ask me where I got my earrings from. I'm so glad you asked me that, because my sister-in-law actually made these for me. Look at these, y'all. I'm gonna let you see them up close. There's one. You see how they're music notes? Look at that. Look at that. Rainbow music notes. Tell me that is not the most epic and fun and perfect Gabrielle thing you've ever seen in your life. And I've worn them like 5 days straight. Ever since she made a bunch of different earrings for me, but these are definitely my favorites out of all of them. Yes. And she has an online business called, I believe it's called Unlocked Artistry on all social media. MRLY is her name that she goes by. So check it out, y'all. Let's see. How we be. Ooh, she crispy. All right. It might be time to be able to add in that other vegan egg, y'all. And then we'll be able to dig on in once the vegan egg is cooked up. Yes, it looks like this is getting nice. Not too liquidy. Want to make sure all of that liquid has started to evaporate and gets a little crispy. You can kind of see a little bit, not so much burnt, but you want it browned a little bit too. There we go. All right, then I like to kind of make little pockets just to know that the vegan egg is gonna kind of pass through easily. Ooh, something else we can add in here too, y'all. It's just a splash of some maple syrup. That'll get it even more crispy. Let's add that in there. I really like the maple syrup. Maple syrup, maple syrup, maple syrup, maple syrup, maple syrup makes it better. Maple syrup, hey, maple syrup makes it better. Maple syrup, yeah. She really makes it better, y'all. If you're not adding in maple syrup or agave into your dishes, what you doing? You should be doing that for sure. All right, here we go, y'all. And you can add in more black salt along the way, or you can add it at the end. I'm gonna add in about 1/4 of this bottle of some plant-based egg. There's a bunch of different brands that make vegan egg. This one I'm using is called Just Egg. And there we go, a nice little sprinkle. And then just let it cook on down for a little bit. In fact, let's put it on big girl burner in the back over here so she cooks up nice and hot. Yes. Okay, somebody said something else and I wanted to get to it, but I was cooking. I just turned 18. I've been vegan for a year. I dramatically lost 30 pounds. Wow, can you help with protein on a budget? Yes. I got you. Lentils, tofu, this recipe I'm making right now, quinoa, black beans. Those are gonna be your best. Oh, chickpeas. But I would say lentils on a budget. That's what you need. Lentils, tofu, and what was the other? Oats. Oats are really good too as well, my loves. So yes, I got you. Protein is easy because what's cool about being plant-based is everyone has a survival food. Every culture has a survival food and it's all plant-based. People often think, well, they were eating animals, they were hunting down animals, but how did they get the energy to even leave their small shelter? It's from plants, y'all. They had to consume plant-based foods so they could go out. They weren't eating meat every single day like, oh, yes, yes, yes. And they weren't going to a grocery store. Hello, okay, let's not play games. They were growing their own herbs, growing their own plants and everything, and then they went out, and if they did consume animals, then they hunted for the animals. But the only way they were able to do that is because they survived on plants, okay? And sometimes you gotta think, how did these animals get so big? Because they eat plants. Come on, y'all. You know how it is. You know what's good. All right, ooh, yes. She is cooked up. Beautiful, beautiful. Getting all kinds of crispy and mixed into it. And I like how the tofu binds together with the vegan egg as you cook it. You can see it all come together on this pan, y'all. Look at this. I'm gonna add in just a little sprinkle more of some black salt because that's good. Look at this. This looks yummy. And I hope y'all make this recipe because it is fierce. It is fabulous. It is flavorful, always. I don't like games, even if it's tofu, even if it's just beans or just, you know, your least favorite ingredient. Season it up, okay? Smoked paprika and herbed poultry seasoning go a long, 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 long way. All right, so we're gonna let that cook up. And now let's see what else I've got right here. Did I already eat all my fruit? I didn't even have time to take a photo of my cute little dish. All right, let's see. Ooh, here's some extra bread. Ooh, come on, hair. Get out the way. And then let me load up my fruit again. Let's see. There she goes. Ooh, yes, strawberries. Strawberries for days. Beautiful. Y'all be putting it together. She got it. All right, and this did not take a long time to make this meal. And look, I'm just serving it with some bread, some spinach. Very simple, but yet very satisfying. Look at this, look at this. Look at that. Just pile it on top of the eggs. Come on in there. Pile it on top. Just like that. Now I'm going to decorate mine with a little bit of some fresh, fun flavor. So let's do a little bit of some cilantro on top because I love flavor and I like cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, green onion is good as well. And then I just went to the farmer's market and I actually got this fresh salsa. So we're gonna do this fresh salsa too because oof, it's so good. Ooh, I already had some with some tortilla chips and it was decadent. Here we go. Okay, y'all. It's about that time. Let me clear the space so y'all can see all this beauty that we have created here today. Check it out. This is my fully vegan breakfast feast. We got the tofu scramble. We got all those veggies underneath, that spinach. Add any greens you got. We got some fruit. And then we have some bread here that I'm gonna toast up. And actually, you can make a cute little sandwich or breakfast sandwich. All right, let me get myself a bite of our new tofu scramble and see if I got it right. I think I did, because this is the way I've been making it for the past like 2 or 3 weeks. Hey! Woo! Yeah, the texture is just right. It's got that little nice little bounciness to it. Hey, come on, giddy. Hey, tofu scramble. I'll show you an example. Tofu scramble. Ooh, y'all, that was a moment. That was a vibe. This is some flavor. Let me get one more bite because it is very good. And I hope y'all make this for real. It was easy to make, very simple. It'll take even less time because we won't be chit-chatting so much as I am. And if y'all are interested in getting other recipes, I do have a cookbook online. Go to onegreatvegan.com and you can find it right there. I also have a blog, so all the recipes are written down, all the ingredients, some tips and tricks and products that I use. And I got a lot cooking up, y'all. Big project Ace and I are working on, which I'm just so thrilled. I'm excited for the holidays because, you know, I love Christmas, I love Thanksgiving, I love all the holidays honestly, every single holiday of the year. I am a huge fan. So stay tuned for more soul food savings, more recipes like this. I'm gonna do a whole series. I think I'm gonna call it I Hate Tofu. And it's gonna be all about delicious tofu recipes like this that converted me into a tofu lover, ? Stay tuned, we'll see. But at the end of the day, if you do not have everything that you desire, and if everything is kind of seeming a little weird or scary or unsure of what's going on, don't forget, no matter what, to always sing your song, do your dance, and speak your truth, my loves. Always speak your truth and nourish your body. Make this recipe. So I will see you all next time. Bye. Goodbye, my loves. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.